It's really late at night, I'm in my pyjamas, but I just had this urge to film. Hi everyone, I'm back today to talk about my sort of defence on BookTube consumerism. The reason that I've decided to do this video is because I've seen quite a lot going around on sort of the BookTuber sphere, if you will, and there seems to be a lot of controversy now about buying books and BookTube consumerism. So obviously this isn't my usual setup. I'm using my phone and I just really want to get this out there. So basically, I'm sure you're aware, a lot of people are really not very happy with the sort of consumerism aspect of BookTube. And there has been a lot of controversy about hauls and just the general sort of encouragement to buy books. And obviously I do buy a lot of books and I have a lot of books, and I will be continuing to buy books for as long as I can sort of get hold of them. This is why. Now, I totally respect everybody's choices. If people don't want to buy books and want to only read Kindle or wish to only use their library, then that is fair enough. The reason that I buy books and don't use a library is because there is actually no library near me, which sounds ridiculous, but I do live very rurally and there is no library. The closest one is quite a drive away, and they have a tiny selection of books, absolutely tiny, it's hardly even worth going. So for that reason, I order books online and I buy them. If I had a library within sort of reaching distance, I would definitely go, I would definitely borrow more books. But another thing about books is that they make me really happy, and it is one of the few things that I actually do buy for myself. I'm not a great clothing shopper. I don't buy designer things or anything like that. I'm not very materialistic, if I'm honest with you. I don't really have a great sort of need for things, but I do really like getting books, and I love seeing them on my bookshelf, and my collection of books makes me happy. And if a book really resonates with me, or if I really enjoy a book, I will keep it for years and years and years. I went and opened a book in my bookshelf the other day, and I found a page from TV Times in there that I'd been using as a bookmark, and it was from the very early 2000s, so it had been there for nearly 20 years. But I keep books if I love them, and they're sort of a trip down memory lane for me. I remember exactly where I was when I got the book. I remember sort of sitting reading it, and I just have a lot of happy memories associated with books. I also don't like reading books on devices. I can't read books off mobile devices or off Kindles and things, because when I switch off ready to read books, I don't like to look at a screen. I like to switch off my screen time and just have rid of screens and concentrate on my book, and I tend to find that makes me quite sleepy, especially at bedtime. I really like to read sort of a physical copy of a book at bedtime, and just it helps me drift off to sleep. It helps me feel relaxed, whereas if I use my phone, I tend to find that when I get ready to go to bed, my mind is still whirring, and I don't find it as easy to switch off, and I can lie there for ages trying to sleep and not actually get to sleep because I've been on my phone. So I don't like using devices for books, and therefore the only way that I can enjoy them is either in audiobook form or in physical copy. As I've said, I really enjoy going into my bookshelf and seeing some of my favourites on my shelf, and I enjoy it when other people come and want to look at what books I have, and I can sort of recommend books, and I know exactly where they are in my pile. I know exactly where they are in my shelves, and I like to be able to sort of pull a book out and sort of talk about a book, and I enjoy the whole thing about it. And sometimes I will just go into where my books are and go and have a look at them on the shelves and just sort of enjoy it and just feel sort of a sense of calm and happiness around my books. And I've gone through quite a few bad times, as many of us have, as probably all of us have, to be honest. And one of the things that got me through it were stories and books and things that I loved, and drifting off into another world when your world isn't quite going as you want it to. And some of these books have that sort of feeling of safety for me, and there are a few of them that I look at as sort of a happy sort of comfort blanket. I live quite a hectic and busy life. I have a lot on every day. There's always something going on, and books are my time out. Books are the time where I take a little time for myself, and I sort of consider it therapeutic to sit down with a book and just let the world drift away and take that time out. And I don't think I would have that if I didn't have the actual copy of a book. It's just, there's something that really does just make me switch off from everything, having a physical copy of a book in my hands. Another thing I do with books that I've read, I don't keep every single book I've read. Some books I donate to friends and family, some books I take and drop off at the charity shop, and other books I have actually recycled when there's been some books that are just so bad, and I knew I couldn't pass them on to anybody, or if they were ARC copies. I've had a couple of art copies that I really didn't enjoy, and you're not allowed to sell them, so I'm not sure if you're allowed to give them away or what the deal is with art copies. So for that reason I just recycle those ones. So I do pass on books, and every single book that I might haul might not stay with me forever. I will sort of give them away or pass them on to other people, and I don't know, there's just something about books to me that are magical, and I'll be very sad if books stop appearing in shops, and I'm not going to stop buying them, and I'm not sorry for buying them. It's something that I personally enjoy, and I respect you if you don't want to buy books. I respect you as a viewer if you want to sort of hear about books but you've got no interest in ever buying any of these books. That's fine. We all have our own personal preferences, but for me, books are my one main vice. That and food. I really do like food. I spend a lot of money on food as well. So books and food, that's my life. So I'm going to go now, and this is just a quick video, and I hope you're all doing well, and I'm about to start reading my book, which is not on the side. Where has it gone? Someone has moved my book. There will be hell to pay. I'm off to go find my book, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye for now.